Once upon a time, people moved to survive. They followed rivers, chased food, and sought safety. Centuries later, they were moved by force, chained and transported across vast oceans. Today, migration wears a new face. It's not a river or a slave trader that dictates the journey, but a letter of sponsorship, a digital code. Welcome to the modern age of migration, the era of the Certificate of Sponsorship, or COS. An era where movement is governed by paperwork, points, and profit. But in this new system, who really benefits? Has freedom finally come full circle, or has it just changed its form? Let's explore the echoes of this journey. In the 21st century, migration isn't just about escaping poverty or war. It's about something called labor mobility, people crossing borders to fill jobs in booming global economies. The United Kingdom, with its promise of opportunity, order, and rules, has become one of the world's most sought-after destinations. But to enter and work legally, you now need something incredibly powerful. It's not just a visa anymore. It's a certificate of sponsorship. Think about it. Every migrant must now be sponsored by a licensed employer. This single act links your identity to your employment, your permission to stay to a work contract. This system didn't just appear overnight. It's the latest chapter in a long story, a shift from the chaotic movements of the past to a highly regulated, tech-driven system of visas and digital borders. It's migration by invitation only. So, what exactly is this certificate of sponsorship? Let's break it down. A COS, as it's known, is a unique digital document. It's not something you can print and hold. It's a reference number issued by a UK employer who has been licensed by the Home Office, the UK's immigration authority. This number is a code that represents trust that the employer is legitimate and the job offer is real. For an employer to get this license, they have to prove they are a genuine organization that meets strict requirements. Once approved, they can issue these certificates to foreign workers they want to hire. There are two main types. The first is a defined COS, which is for workers applying from outside the UK. The second is an undefined COS, used for people already in the UK who are switching jobs or extending their visas. This certificate is the key. It proves that the job is genuine, that the salary meets a certain threshold, and that the worker has the necessary skills. Only with this COS number can a person then apply for their work visa. So, in today's world, a journey to a new life doesn't start with packing a bag or buying a ticket. It starts with an email, an offer, an invitation, a digital handshake across continents. Who receives these powerful certificates? The COS system was designed to be selective. It was built to attract what is called skilled labor, the nurses, engineers, IT experts, scientists, and teachers that a growing economy needs. Every year, thousands of people, including many from across Africa, receive sponsorship to come and work in the UK. For some, it's a dream come true. It's a gateway to stability, a much better income, and a quality education for their children. It's a chance to build a future that might have been impossible back home. But this dream often comes with hidden challenges. The system, by its very design, ties the worker to the sponsoring employer. If you decide to leave that job, you could lose your visa and, with it, your right to stay in the country. This creates a delicate balance. It's a form of freedom, but one that comes with supervision. It's an opportunity, but one that has firm boundaries. You are welcome, as long as you are needed in that specific role, by that specific employer. The power dynamic is clear, and for many, navigating it is the true test of their migration journey. Now, let's look at the other side of the coin. How do employers benefit? For companies in the UK, the COS system is both a source of power and a source of pressure. On one hand, it gives them direct access to a global pool of skilled labor, which is crucial during worker shortages, especially in critical sectors like healthcare and technology. When there aren't enough local nurses or software developers, sponsorship allows them to fill those gaps quickly and keep their services running. But this power comes with significant responsibility. To maintain their sponsorship license, employers must comply with strict Home Office rules. They have to keep detailed records of their sponsored employees, monitor their attendance, and even report unauthorized absences. In a way, the system turns the employer into both a boss and a border guard. This ensures accountability and prevents misuse of the system, but it also concentrates a huge amount of power in the hands of these companies. They don't just control your salary, they hold the key to your legal status in the country. This brings us to the deepest question. In this complex web of rules and relationships, who truly wins? For governments, the answer is clear. It's about control and economic gain. The COS system allows them to manage the flow of migration, handpicking the workers the economy needs while generating revenue through visa fees. For employers, it's about having labor on hand, ensuring their businesses can thrive and expand without being held back by local skill shortages. And for migrants, for them, it's about access to opportunities, to a different life. But it's a conditional access, one that can be revoked. This modern migration is not forced in the old sense of the word, but it is heavily regulated by need and opportunity. You could argue that the same economic forces that once pushed people onto ships to work on plantations now push them into contracts to work in hospitals and tech firms. This is migration by design, driven less by individual dreams and more by the demands of global markets and national policies. It's a calculated, transactional exchange of skills for stability. So, where does the system stand today? As of now, the certificate of sponsorship remains the central pillar of the UK's points-based immigration system. Each year, tens of thousands of these certificates are issued, with healthcare and technology consistently leading the demand. The system has become a well-oiled machine, facilitating the movement of essential workers across the globe. But with this growth, new challenges and ethical questions have emerged. There have been disturbing reports of exploitation, particularly in the care sector, where some migrants have found themselves trapped in unfair contracts with low pay and poor working conditions. The cost of sponsorship for employers is also rising, making it harder for smaller businesses to compete for international talent. And the core issue remains the vulnerability of migrants who are tied to a single employer. In response to these concerns, the UK is now reviewing how the sponsorship system can be made fairer, trying to find that difficult balance between maintaining border control and upholding human dignity. The conversation is evolving. Migration has always been part of the human story. From the very first footsteps out of Africa to the digital pathways of the 21st century, we have always been a species on the move. The faces change, the routes change, and the systems that govern us change. But the fundamental desire remains the same: to seek a better life, to build a better future, to find a place to belong. The certificate of sponsorship is a perfect symbol of our current era. It represents both progress and paradox. It's a symbol of global opportunity, a testament to how skills can transcend borders. Yet, it's also a reminder that for many, true freedom of movement is still conditional, still dependent on the needs of others. As we continue this journey through the echoes of Africa, let's remember that every story of migration, whether ancient or modern, begins with one powerful, universal thing: hope. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more deep dives into the forces that shape our world. We'll see you in the next one.